Hey golfers, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to discuss part 3 of the Cure Your Slice series. So if you haven't checked out part 1 and part 2, go back and check it out. There's a playlist there and I'll be uploading this one in. There's 5 parts coming. Now what we did in the first one was first understood what created a slice in terms of what is the club telling the golf ball to do. And in video 2 we changed our grip, our setup, we got our shoulder alignment, we got everything prepped for us to fix the slice. So follow me for part 3, and before we get started, if you could, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know in the comments if you've watched part 1 and part 2, has it helped you so far, as it may have just by changing your setup. And today we're going to discuss club face. So let's get going. So from part 1 and part 2, we know primarily the slice is caused by an open club face. So we're going to discuss today a really simple drill that you can do with a glove and a tee to get this club face in a much stronger position to allow us in part 4 and 5 to start working on the downswing and start changing this ball flight pattern. So what we're going to do, number 1, is talk about what the club face might be like for a slicer in the backswing. So in the backswing, there's 2 positions we're going to focus here in part 3, and that is takeaway and top of the backswing. Now, what would I see from a typical slicer of the golf ball? Obviously, we've got our setup, our grip, and our shoulders from part 2. But first point of the golf swing, the takeaway, we're typically going to see that club face very open. Now, what a square position is in this position is when the leading edge matches the spine. That's where we want to get to. And in this video, as it is a slice video, we're going to approach that onto a little bit of a more closed bias, okay? So that's number 1. We're typically going to see the slicer have this club very open. In extreme cases, the club face nearly to the sky or sometimes toe up, but that is an open club face, okay? Now, as we ride this on up to the top, we got it open here. We're going to get to the top, and we're traditionally going to see a couple of things up here. 1, the toe of the club pointing down to the ground. And if the club or the leading edge was at a 45-degree angle, that would be quite square. Again, as this is a slice video, we're going to go for the stronger option, the more closed-faced option, okay? Now, a couple other things you might notice from here. As this club gets towed down, remember, at the top, we've got it open here. You might see things like a cupped wrist or an angle in your wrist and the toe pointing very down. So our drill today in part 3 is going to make sure that club face is better, both in that position and this position, to start fixing this slice. So let's take a look at the drill. So in order to do this drill correctly, we're going to need a golf glove and a tee, okay? This one's really simple once you get the hang of it. We're going to put the glove on. We're going to take our tee and place it, before we fasten our glove, we're going to place it in here. Now, it might be a little tricky at first to get, but once we put the tee in there, you're going to see that that is secured when I fasten the glove up, okay? So this position here. Now, what we want to do is, let's first of all look at where this tee would point in our 2 instances where the club face is open in the backswing. So we go start, open. You can see the tee pointing straight up. And because we built your grip in lesson 2 or part 2, this tee is going to be really beneficial for us. So here we're going to see it point more up to the sky. And as we get to the top of the backswing, we're going to start to see that tee pointing this way, okay? Look at the club face open, toe down, tee this way. Now watch as I close it into the position we want. Remember, slightly stronger than optimal to fix our slice. You're going to see that tee pointing more to the sky. And if we take it down to the takeaway position and go for our more closed face in the takeaway, you're going to see again the tee pointing down. So this is our drill. What we want to do is we want to get the tee pointing down to the ground in the takeaway and up to the sky at the top. Both of these things are really going to prep you as we look at parts 4 and 5 soon, and getting you down and into the golf ball from the inside with a better club face. So let's run through the drill a couple of times. We're going tee to the ground. You can see that face much more closed. Bad one there. Tee to the ground now. tee to the sky. That way. Okay. Look, it's taking care of the cup of my wrist, the toe down look. Got us this way, okay? So let's rehearse this a few times. Remember, as I said before, if you've watched my videos, I'm a big fan of how you practice your golf swing to accelerate change. Tee to the ground, feel it. Get that part first. Here's good. Check it. Now we're going tee to the sky. There. Really good. Feel that loads of times. Dry drills, no ball. Once you've done that loads of times, you get the feel for it, and you've used legs of a mirror or camera for feedback. We're going to go and hit some slow swings. So tee to the ground, tee to the sky. That way. Okay? So repeat that. Start it out really slow. Do a lot of rehearsal reps, lots of dry drills so that we can accelerate the change. Get a golf ball, start slow, rehearse your positions, and literally just hit the ball 50%, focusing on that tee to the ground, tee to the sky, and on through. So as we look at this now, we are understanding what creates the slice. We're set up to fix it. And now we've got a club face in our backswing that's going to help us. And in parts 4 and 5, we're going to get into how we get from here down to the golf ball and fix that impact so you're hitting nice tight draws in no time. Okay, guys? So as always, thank you so much for watching. And if you could, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified when part 4 and 5 drop. Thanks, guys.